Hey y'all, welcome back to the Faithful Farmer Mama. I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to take a trip today. So before we head out on our trip, please go down below, find the subscribe button along with the little bell. You're going to want to click those so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. About 40 minutes from here, 45 minutes from here, way down here behind me, there is a mountain range that's part of the Wichita Mountains. They come down here and there is a mountain called Mount Scott. We are going to go visit Mount Scott today in the Wichita Wildlife Refuge. It is based outside of Lawton, Oklahoma, and it's just such a beautiful place that I wanted to share it with you. Of course, a little shopping, probably lunch while we're out. I'm so glad that you're here and going to take this trip with us today. I hope you have a good time. Thanks for being here. As usual, before we go anywhere, we always have farm chores to do, but this is just part of life here on the farm. Of course, stall is clean. Equines are out to enjoy the day while we're gone. Say hi, Herbie. And now that we've got kittens, we're trying to get them accustomed to being in the shop so that they can mouse at night, and then we move them back into the garage.
Look, it's a camera.
Of course, chores mean checking on all of the gardens, everything throughout the yard, and of course, feeding the girls. They make me chuckle so much because as soon as I come out of our house door, they're standing here waiting for me. I guess they think I bring food or something. One of the other things that we have to do every morning and every night is distribute insulin. We have a dog who is a diabetic, so twice a day he does get a shot of insulin, and that is also considered part of our farm chores. Our trip today actually takes us about 45 minutes to get to the base of the mountain, and the ride on the way, it varies so much between flat land and hills, lots of green and trees, and then open fields that are brown, cows, all kinds of things. I think this is one of the reasons why I love Oklahoma so much. We go through this little town called Elgin, and of course, we had to stop and get some donuts and an apple fritter. Then it's back on the road. Today's a little hazy, but on the way to that big, beautiful mountain, there's lots of views to see. Things like windmills, dams, lots of lakes around here. This is Lake Ellsworth. I'd never been here before today. My husband has actually been coming down here to go fishing with a friend, and what a beautiful place. I was super excited to see all of the water and to be able to walk on the trails and go up to the top of the dam with my family. And again, back on the road to get to the top of that mountain. When driving, hitting this bridge in this corner, it's always such a great feeling, especially when you hit this corner and then you see Mount Scott. So Mount Scott is about 25 plus 100 feet up into the sky, and that is a long haul, especially when you're hiking. So over a year ago, my family and I and some friends decided it would be wonderful to hike up this road. The road had been closed for some issues which have been fixed, but the road was not able to be traveled on by car, so you had to hike it. It is a 5.6 mile hike up and back. What a hike it was, and it was such a great feeling when we reached the top. However, this was so much better. Driving to the top, riding in a car, not hurting my legs and my knees and my hips and my back, and not exhausting myself so that I couldn't really enjoy it when we got to the top. Y'all, one thing I learned about Oklahoma, from north to south and east and west, Oklahoma is a very diverse land kind of place. You have mountains and forests and flatlands and desert-like areas. It is just one of the most beautiful states in the country that I have ever been to. And this area is just part of that beauty. To be able to drive for about an hour. One thing that's amazing from up here is that you can actually see all of the water. This is not even the water that we were at earlier. That's on the other side. So it's nice to see that there are so many dammed lakes that are available to us here in Oklahoma, being in the middle of the country. My kids love to climb on the rocks. My husband loves to climb on the rocks. Me, I love to take in the view. Big, poofy white clouds, beautiful green against the rocks. You can see the roads and the little people down below. It is just such a beautiful creation made by our Lord. Absolutely gorgeous to me. If you ever come to this area, I highly suggest that you come to the Wichita Wildlife Refuge and check out amazing Mount Scott. After Mount Scott, we headed to the little town that is at the base of this area. It's called Medicine Park. It is such a cute and quaint little town. I know a few different people who live in this little town, and they are just as sweet as the town itself. I love all the little shops and the restaurants and the people. It's such an eclectic area. They're just awesome. There are tons of different shops, but I do want to point out this one shop right here. It's called the Discovery Place. Great place, homeschool family, lots of amazing creation science stuff inside. You got to check it out. doesn't go into a little town and go into the bakery and ice cream shop? Well, that would not be us. We always go into the bakery. Mrs. Chadwick's is great, and so is Mrs. Karen Chadwick. What a cute little store and a great lady. Any town that has a dog bowl outside with ice water in it is my kind of town. There is a little river that runs through the city itself, and you can actually walk across the bridge. They are working on a project right now. How cute is this little cabin cottage? There are 3 of them being built right here on the water with Mount Scott in view. As we're walking along the water here, the views are beautiful, of course, but behind us there were some dark clouds. Although in front of us it's beautiful, and there's like a light breeze, everything was blue, the kids were playing in the water, and then there was lots of thunder behind us. As I'm looking at all of these beautiful flowers in this garden, it is actually starting to drizzle. People start to scurry. You can see the kids getting out of the pond. The flowers are beautiful. I always admire a very well-kept garden and flower beds. You just cannot beat beautiful flowers. You can actually see the raindrops hitting the leaves of this lantana. So we headed into the 1908 Emporium to check things out. When we came out, everything broke loose. It was pouring, and then not even 5 minutes away, this is what it looked like. So we decided to go to lunch. We went to this place here. It's called the Mears Store and Restaurant. It is a quite unique restaurant, but they have great burgers, great chicken strips, and wonderful food. This place is such a unique place. It's just a Mod Podge full of stuff, but such a great atmosphere, delicious food. One of the best longhorn cattle burgers I have ever had. We really did enjoy our time there. How can you not enjoy your time when I Love Lucy is on the table? It's an old poster that they actually put resin over top of. It's super crazy to me that it's sunny and beautiful and how quickly it changed. Within 5 miles from the house, there were these massive clouds. Who would have thought? It never rained at home. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed our trip today. I'm sorry I didn't grab a picture of our meals when we ate at that cute little restaurant. I think we were all just so hungry. Halfway through I went, I forgot to grab a picture of my lunch. So I'm really sorry for that, but it's really such a cute place, and it's been there since 1901, which is such a cool thing. The other thing is that we did try to go to our local commissary, which is where we do some of our shopping, and the lights had gone out, so we left to go get gas and came back, and the lights went out again while we were in there actually shopping. So that little excursion was a little bit strange for us. Lots of rain down there. Here, not so much rain. You can see by the clouds behind me, there's really nothing happening here. There is a rainstorm off in the distance about 10 minutes from here, but it drizzled here and now it's just humid. Well, I hope you enjoyed our trip today. I'm here to pick up eggs. Farm chores are always calling. Guys, have a great day and we'll see you next time.